Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the Crypto Stallion. Welcome back to the channel everyone. Okay, so I woke up today to all these headlines, very negative headlines, alright? Headlines like hawkish monetary policy from the US Federal Reserve. Analysts warn of a dire drop to 8k as global debt unwinds. Alright, Ethereum price flash crash to 950 on Uniswap as whale dumps 93k Ethereum. Alright, Binance suspends Bitcoin withdrawals. And the list goes on and on and on and on and on. Then I look at Bitcoin's price and holy shit, 21,000 guys, 21k. Bitcoin 21k, holy crap.
Oh damn.
But then again, this is not the first time we're facing the bear market. This is not the first time we're in the bear market, and definitely this is not my first rodeo in the bear market. So in today's video I will share with you guys how I identify FUD and definitely how I deal with it. And I hope that you guys can take away something from this video and it will help you to do the same. Alright, so guys, please like, subscribe, comment and share this video with your friends. It will really help to bring across this message, or to even help people who are currently facing these issues with FUD in the current market sentiment. Okay, so please like, subscribe, share. Alright, sorry, I don't know why I'm whispering. Okay, so back on track. Anyway, as of the time of creating this video, right, the fear and greed index is at 8, which is at extreme fear, guys. Extreme fear. It's extreme fear. Alright, and it seems like we are currently held in the perfect storm. Have you guys watched that movie? But anyway, not related. Yeah, we are currently held in the perfect storm where the price action is fueled by incredible bearish news coming out every day, and investors just get shaken out. Alright, so how do I deal with times like this? Alright, so first we need to understand how FUD works. You need to understand how it works, because understanding is the key to conquering it. So we need to know what is FUD and what causes it. Okay, so FUD stands for fear, uncertainty and doubt. Alright, so remember this: fear, uncertainty and doubt. Okay, because these are the three key feelings that investors often experience after certain events that happen. For example, the bearish news, the dump of Ethereum, the crash of Terra. Now all this negativity, right, are key factors that contributes to these feelings that investors would often experience. Okay, and FUD is common no matter what market or assets that we are dealing with. Okay, it is not something unique that only crypto investors have to deal with. I mean, it is across the board, right? It can be anything. Okay, it can be COVID. So FUD is usually triggered by certain events or statements that voices heavy skepticism. Alright, skepticism.
What did that just mean?
Right, pessimism, or anything negative like a bad outlook for the future of a certain asset class, or certain topic, or certain event, or certain situation. So it is usually triggered by these events or statements. Alright, and the problem with the FUD creating statements is that they're always amplifying the negative aspects of the situation. Right, they are amplifying it, making it like, you know, it's like exaggerating the whole damn thing to 10 times what it actually is, you know. And in turn it affects us, cause why? Because we're humans, right? So the emotional factor comes into play, and then we get all these negative emotions. Then we talk about, you know, what are the adverse effects of FUD. Alright, the most dangerous thing about FUD is that, you know, we often underestimate how it affects us. You know, it's always easy to it's okay, it's okay, I understand, I know, it's fine, yeah, it's fine, you know. But as new investors, or even like, you know, inexperienced traders, right, we always experience the ill effects on FUD. No matter how we try to deny it, we will. Alright, it is just the way it is. Okay, because when FUD kicks in, okay, we think that we are acting rationally. You know, we try to convince ourselves otherwise, but in fact we are actually making all the wrong moves. Okay, I'm not sure how many of you have experienced it, but if you really think about it, after it happens, right, and then you look back and then you do a review and reanalyze, and then you find that it actually affects us. The ill effects takes a toll on us in our decision making. Okay, so for example, okay, here is an article of a famous person with years of experience stating that Bitcoin is worthless. Alright, I'm sure many of us have came across this. Right, so Jamie Dimon says Bitcoin is worthless. You know, so in essence, he is condemning and predicting that Bitcoin is going to be worthless, you know, creating FUD, in which I believe that it shook some people out, which it really did. You know, if you guys are aware of what happened when this article came out, or when he condemned Bitcoin, right, there was a massive sell-off back then in 2021. Alright, and end of the day, we will miss out on immense opportunities because of this FUD. So ladies and gentlemen, the FUD is real. Okay, it is real. So what comes next is, now how do I overcome this FUD, right? So, you know, it is impossible to like avoid such news, right? I mean, you come across it, you cannot just, I don't want to read, I'm going to close it. No, right? So it is impossible to avoid such news. Okay, especially when, you know, we are trading and investing at the same time. All right, the key here is to understand the situation, you know, rather than just believing in what we read from the headlines. All right, basically, you don't just assume what you read. Sometimes you need to read in between the lines. You got to piece the different puzzles together, right? And then they form a whole picture. Cause they, you know, like I said in my previous video, you know, with the memes, for the news, it is similar, right? There's always an underlying meaning. There's always a logical sense to it. We just need to know how to piece it together, right? We just need to know how to read between the lines. Alright, so we don't just believe everything you see and read on the internet. Okay, and we need to focus on positive news. Alright, we read up on positive news, okay, such as, like, you know, things like new developments, upgrades, partnerships, you know, things like that will help to reduce all these FUD in our minds as time goes by. Alright, and you know, it actually helps to build up this resistance. I would like to call it like FUD resistance.
Oh, is there such a thing?
Then we need to grow our knowledge. So how do we do that? Okay, as the timeless saying goes, knowledge is power. Alright, knowledge is power. So having a solid fundamental and growing in knowledge, right, will protect us from unnecessary FUD. Right, I mean, if you have a better understanding of how the crypto market works, about its volatility, about FUD, about how FUD affects people, about how FUD affects investors, and in turn how it affects the price movement in the market, you know, you create a strong foundation, you know, with yourself, so you will not be as affected by FUD as if you do not have these fundamentals, right? So this knowledge will actually enable us to know the difference between FUD and the truth and the reality of what is going on. So no more will we, you know, be affected by influencers or, you know, people of influence like Jamie Dimon, right? Because like the news said so, you know, things like that. We are not that easily affected, all right? And it's because, who is Jamie Dimon? He's the CEO of Wall Street, JP Morgan Chase, so it's like, wow. Then it becomes like, oh, he says so, it must be true kind of thing, you know. But doesn't make sense, right? It's not about he says so, it must be true. It is more to your understanding of what he's saying and whether it actually makes sense, you know, and if there's an underlying meaning or motive behind, right? So these are the kind of things that the news won't tell you, but it is all up to us to decipher that, right? And it's not even about like where the news is from, like, oh, because it's China, oh, because it's US, or US, you know. It doesn't matter, guys. It doesn't matter. What matters is your understanding, right? And whether you're gonna put in that effort to actually find the underlying meaning behind and you know, make logical sense of it. So guys, read the news, but more so try to understand it. Okay, you need to understand the news. Don't just read the headlines. I mean, I've said this countless of times. Do not just read the headlines. Go deep dive into the content. After you deep dive into content, do your own research. Find out more. Break it down. You know, try to make a logical sense out of it. Right? It is not just, oh, this is what it says, so this is what it is. It isn't what it is just because it says so.
Wow.
So consider, you know, we need to consider both macro and micro factors, right? And most importantly is you need to come down to your own conclusion, right? It is not what people say. It's not what people write about. It is up to us to break it down and come down to our own conclusion. That's more important, right? It's not about, like, for example, it's not like me coming here telling you, hey, there's this certain token that is being developed by someone of influence, oh, and then this person of influence is backed by some bigger or more famous person of influence. I mean, come on guys, it's not about that, right? I mean, you need to do your own research. You need to read carefully what is being portrayed, and you need to find if there are any read between the lines kind of message across, any loopholes, any shady parts to it. No, these are the kind of things that you need to consider doing when you're doing your own research. Alright guys, so now you know the technique, you know, or my technique on how I conquer FUD. So you know how to conquer your FUD. So please go forth and spread the word. Okay guys, so as always, it's a pleasure to break down information to you guys from my perspective, but do continue to leave in the comment section below on topics of interest that you would like me to cover in my videos. Okay, so I wish you guys a great week ahead, and I'll see you in the next one. Stallion out.